Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It depends on the time that you have an opportunity to watch this video. And as my previous video, start talking about skate, but we talk about a straight skate that I say is the basic of all other skates. So for you to be able to draft or sew other skate, you must at least start with the straight skate because there you know what kind of measurement you need for a skate. All other skates are the dairy, just as I said, this come from the straight skate as my friend we say derivation. They come from the straight skate. So when you know what you need to take as a measurement from the straight skate, so you do the same when you're making anything like any other skate, I say rap skate, flare, yeah, you need to have in mind your waist measurement, your hip measurement, and then you can go from the straight skate, try to modify or change it, make a drive for other different skates. There are so plenty of them, very plenty, but the basic is the skate. So today I'm here. I want to for this video to talk about how we can position or place your darts on the skate. So that the thing I'll be explaining here today, and then I think it will be the last lesson of the skate. Yeah, because I move already explaining for the slit, the zip. So let's move how we can place the dart on the skate. If you want the dart, I want to make this thing clear. When you do sewing, you should know that anything allowance you put, you must take it out. It's meaning if you want that, you put that, and then you have to sew the that. If you don't sew it, so believe that your skirt will be big on the waist level because the dart is on the waist. If you see in many on the measurement that we be using here, we don't add the dart allowance on the hip calculation what we do. No, on the hip formula. No, because why? Because there's no dart who go through the hip level. So the dart is being placed on the waist. So what the need of the dart? The dart has need of shaping the body. So the same allowance for the dart can be used also as allowance when you want to make your clothes big. You don't have any allowance. You can just open your dart and then you make your clothes if you have like a problem on the waist. So that the reason of the dart is to shape first of all the body, the clothes on the body, and the second you can be used. This allowance can also be used for allowance when you want to make your skate big on the waist. So if you have a skate that is being small on the waist and then you don't have allowance, open your dart. That's the only thing. You just open the dart and then use those allowance to make them big. So if you need the full amount for the dart, just open it. If you need less, so remove the less allowance on the dart, leave the one remaining so that you shape your skate. So as I was saying, Hervé Molato is a sewing business. Uh, we're making clothes. We're making men, ladies, and kid clothes. So we do everything about sewing. Anything is about sewing fabric, we do. That we've been doing sewing for 21st years. And yeah, so that Molato. So I decided to share my knowledge with my generation. As other people they say, I decided to impact my generation by sharing with them what I know. So I think from the thing that I know, sewing is the easiest one to teach people. So I decided to teach people my knowledge in sewing. I always say people the more mistake in life is to die ignorant. So it's better to learn things if you can. You learn them even if you cannot do it professionally, but at least knowledge is the key and everything. I've learned a lot of things. Even then, I don't like practice them, but I've learned them. And then I'll give an example. And the border behind me, I made it myself. So because I have seen people doing this when I was back home. Yeah, now I just okay. What I need some wood and blah blah. I bought the paints. Then they just come and paint it, and I fix the corner, the joint. I see people do it. So I did it. I didn't go spend money for somebody to just put some nail on this. I did it myself. So no, learning is not a problem. Maybe do the same all those things in the same times that can be a problem, challenge. But people can still learn things. So let's go and then talk about how we can place our our uh what's that. So as I say, I'll try to use some color. I think maybe okay. I just have to decide to clean. Let me clean this one here so it will be clear for everybody to understand. Yeah, that one. To now I'll just use the shape of a, as I say, a pencil skate. Does not matter. It's the same procedure, same thing that you'll be doing. Either you want to put a dot on the straight skate or a pencil skate. It's the same thing you'll be doing. There's nothing different. Yeah, because as I say, the pens, the dot, sorry to say in French, the dot is being placed, position on the waist. So this the point E and this the point A. We'll be doing first the front. I don't want you to consider this one like okay, let me just clean it so that I make no confusion to people. I just want to clean the back. This is the back part I'm cleaning. So we will be remaining with the front. And then we're gonna make a I can also clean here. So we're remaining with the front pencil skate. So I say position the dot on a pencil. Here we can talk about a pencil. Pencil skate. What do you have to do? Okay, the first thing you have to do, you need to remove your allowance, your seam allowance. I don't know how much you put, but you remove it. I'll just gonna mark until the down. You see, this your seam allowance. I'll say this. Use this your seam allowance. If it's 1 inches, 1 inches. Yeah, you can mark from the down or the top. You jump because when you will be sewing, you have to follow. It will help you also to follow. You can use it. There's too many things. You can use a chalk like me. They have chalk for fabric. They have some pencil. There are so many things you can use for the marking. So let's say this was the point, as I say, E. So we here from the point E. Let's clean this one so that cannot confuse people with kilo. We have already cut our stuff. It's like this. So we have the point E, the point P, the point A, the point H. We put a H here. H here. So what you can do, I say E, and let's see what number or letter I can put here. Let's call EF because they are close. And then you come here, you say EF is what? Is your seam allowance. As I say, your seam allowance. You can maybe this and maybe you put 1 inch. So E and F is 1 inch. So what are you doing? So that what is remaining. You're gonna measure this distance. say distance here. Mine is in centimeter, is 20, is like 80, yeah, is 80 in inches. Yeah, let's put A. I go here and practice A and F. It's 8 inches. So what you do, you divide the A and F in two. It's 10 here. And then let's call this point F. Let's call it G. Then I say A G equal of F G. Here equal 4 inches because I divide by 2. Then for the point G, you go with a straight line. Must be straight. So when it's straight, it's meaning it's perpendicular to this the line AF is like this. So then what I have to do, I can just remove this one. It was just the explanation. Then I have to look for the distance of my front skate, my front dart. So here is the point 8, the hip. We're not gonna go there. So let's put it here. Let's put it here. So I call J. Let's call I. This point I. Then I'm gonna write it here. Say G and I equal 4 inches from the front. Is 4 inches from the front. Yeah, and then is 12 inches. 10. So let me see. 12 inches. Some people they go see with the 10 on the back, but you can go more as some people have big hip. So yeah, let's see. 12. Like let's say on the back, this I say front. On back you can go with 4 quarter of inches. What's it? 12, 10, 12. This something. Yeah, you can go with 4 of quarter. This is the back. And then what you have to do from the J here, let's put here, let's put this point K and put this one L. And then the G is here. So I'll say K, oh, G, K equal of G, L equal like whatever you put for your dad, you know the value that you put for your dad, how much you put. If it's 1 inches, then this will be like half of inches, both of them, and then the total of K and L will be 1 inches. And then what you do, you're gonna now join your K, I, and then your L, I, like this. So this is your dart. Then I can write it here, join K, I, L. So this is your dart. That's the same thing you do on the back. The only thing, so is if your back is here, let's see, this is the zip allowance, as I say, this is the zip allowance. So what you do, after removing your allowance here for the seam allowance, you're gonna also mark here for your zip allowance, and then you measure the distance between A and F. So, and then you're gonna have the same position in front and then the back. The front and the back, they will be the same position. And then you do everything the same, but the length, if you want it more, especially for people who have a big bottom. You can go down, the eye can go down to 12, to 3 and 1/4. You put it 3 and 1/4 here, and then your eye go down 3 and 1/4 from the front. But some people, they can use the same, like distance, 4 inches from the front and the back. It does not matter. So that the way you placing your 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 dart. So I think that we have covered all these things about the skates. And I know when I'll be going to the practice, there are certain point I don't want to go with it here to just give people a headache. I just want, when I'll be drafting a skate, then I'll use it. I'll explain. There are certain points. It's just the way to make things better. But at least until now, you can make your skate here, and then it's clear. You have everything for the skate. Yeah, from the beginning, I give everything. You can from now say yes. You can make a skate. There are some question you need, just ask them, and then I'll answer. If some, like, I forget certain small things to teach, yeah, I'll go back on it and then I'll explain. Yeah, so that's the only thing I want to share. So practice, that the only thing, that the key of everything. Knowledge without practice is not a knowledge. If you want to learn, so you need to go practice. More you practice, more you become better. More you become a guinea. So you become a master. The only thing you need, practice. Practice more. Come back, read, listen, practice, ask question, and then you see yourself after matter time you become a good one. So for now, I think we cover all the points. If there's something that I missed, let me know, and then I'll come back on it. And so yeah, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, so keep pushing, go back. I've teach a lot. Go back on all the videos, spend time on them, watch them, listen, see the thing that I've done, repeat it. More you repeat, more it's become part of you. Yeah, the good way to learn is first to repeat what I've taught. I taught here. So more you repeat, and then later, when you know those things, you can go for your own knowledge, adding what you have to do, removing certain things from what I teach you, and then but for now, if you don't know more about sewing or making skate, the simple advice I will tell you, learn from what I teach you, and after time you can change. I've changed a lot from what I was taught from the first day I went for sewing classes. It's been 21st year. There's a lot of change. I know you can also reach that level, but for now, yeah, you can, that the advice. Whatever I'm teaching you here is my experience of doing sewing for 21st year. I did not have this opportunity even when I went to my class learning sewing. Those who taught me, they did not have 21st years of experience. So I have 21st year of experience of sewing. So you like it. So take your time, never give up. Don't let anybody come to tell you blah blah you cannot know. Everything is possible to the one who believes. So I'll just encourage you. Go. do it. Follow as I say I did it. Make it. Make it for your sister. Make it for yourself. You can be a man. Make it for your wife or your sisters. So to your mother. Yeah, make it. So don't let anybody stop you. No one. We are all born with some skills. So go ahead. Make it. Become master. Yeah. Bye bye for now.